What's up, guys? So, basically, I had a rough day trade. I blew my take profit trader funded account today. It was a tough week to trade. I mean, in April, I had a fantastic month, and then I turned around this month and it was totally different. But this week's been tough with Trump tweeting and what seems to be a slowdown with the Iran war thing. But needless to say, a lot of us probably blew accounts or whatnot, even trading micros. Now admittedly, there were a couple of times I went heavier than I probably should have. Um, a couple of times I should have, you know, uh, made some adjustments that I didn't make necessarily in the time. However, one of the big things that came to my mind while I was sitting there and going through some stuff was a lot of times, especially because like I've been looking at a lot of other creators and traders right now with everything going on. It's kind of funny watching traders sit and talk about different things, but noticing traders who are complaining about other trading content creators. Right now, it's been pretty interesting because for me, I know I went on tilt from a lack mindset, and I was thinking from a place of survival. I am a break-even trader in the sense that I trade to break even. Yes, I make income coaching clients to help them lose weight, get in shape, and things like that. But I've always traded for the last 15 years or so in order to cover my bills, cover my expenses. I never, I was not really into the big home run trades. I wasn't into like the big things. It was I need to make enough money to support myself and allow me to live my life comfortably and reasonably. Uh, because like being autistic, I don't. I know I'm not gonna work in a normal environment. It just doesn't work for me. There's a lot of things I know that like, hey, look, that's not in the cards. That's not. So, and I've known it for much of my life. Now, so when I'm sitting up here and I'm trying to trade or I'm trying to do things, it's always been like I need to do it in order for me just to survive, just to make sure that I'm good. Um, I never in my life took on too much responsibility for that reason. That's why I like didn't take relationships seriously. I didn't take different things seriously because like it's all temporary to me. Shoot, I'm surprised to be 40 now. That's gonna be another video because there's something really important to say about that. But a lot of times when it comes down to it, we have people like I saw one creator I like to follow because like he's not a profitable trader. He's a profitable trader at times. Um, but he was sitting there complaining about people not showing their P&Ls, not showing their brokerage statements and things like that, not showing them journaling after their trades. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about all that, and I'm like, that's not gonna help you be profitable. Knowing somebody else's journals is not just. It's just like learning somebody else's strategy isn't gonna make you profitable if that doesn't fit your mindset and your personality type. A lot of times when I'm coaching clients, even when I'm coaching people and teaching them how to trade, I teach you different techniques, but the truth is I'm more of an accountability coach. I'm going to hold you accountable to doing what you need to do in order for you to get to that space where you're comfortable, where you're safe, where you make enough money to enjoy your life and enjoy freedom. I I trade multiple accounts. I have I trade prop firms to trade other people's money. I have my own personal account that I trade from. and that I put capital in so that I could trade from it. And that money I'll take. Like usually I'm trying to grow it. Right now I'm trying to grow it. um, and then I do option leaps. 3 months, 6 months, 9, 18 months. I think the longest I've ever done was like I think 2 years. I use leaps in order for me to plan trips, plan vacations, plan big purchases. I will take a leap. I take leap contracts, and that's what I use as my savings account. That's how I treat it anyway. I also have a dividend account. I don't take anything from it right now. I'm just trying to grow it. I take some of my profits whenever I have them, and that's where they go. I take a certain percentage of my overall income. Automatically just take it, put it over there. Yeah, if I got $500 and I'm spending money this month, then you know I'll take about $100 out of it, $75 to $100, and I put toward the dividends. Um, if it just depends. Then of course I have my long-term investment portfolio, my 401k, and I stack things over there. Again, certain amount, pay yourself first. These are all things that I do in order for me to be solvent. Um, to be honest, I never actually looked at myself living past 40. So, like the whole 401k thing, that's new within like the last 2 years. Um, I didn't think about myself living that long. The same thing with the dividend fund. I actually at one point I think I collapsed it completely and I just blew money out of it, blew the money from it. Uh, Mostly it was because I decided I was gonna, you know, take an early exit. Um, a lot of things that I've done, like I never did my life to be more than a break even trader. So my current life circumstances have forced me to be more than just a break even trader. They have forced me to be more in which, but then at the same time, they put me in these circumstances where my primary source of income that determines whether I get to enjoy myself or not is based off of my ability to trade. Um, so currently I'm in Mexico and uh, I make some money. I have some money coming in that's from coaching and trading. But in order for me to get back, I have to make sure I can cover my expenses here, plus there, plus pay for my way back home. And so oftentimes I'm sitting up here and I'm juggling and trying to manage all these things, and plus just trying to have my basic needs met while I'm here. Um, I'm covering all my responsibilities, which basically takes up most of my primary income that I have coming in. So the only disposable income that I have comes from trading. If I don't trade well, if I don't do if I'm not doing that, I'm pretty much screwed. Um, so that's that. And but what came to me, especially by looking at watching somebody else complain about trading and about trading coaches, it made me realize just how important it is to come from a space in your mind that you know that you're going to make more money, that you know that you're going to be successful to a certain level. Because today I blew my account because I'm sitting up there thinking I need this and I need to go to X, Y, and Z. And if you're sitting up there thinking that you need to make a certain amount of money or you need to in order for you to be successful, in order for you, the moment you get there and you get stuck in your eye, that you're stuck with that idea in your head that you need to make more money or that you need to make a certain profit target or whatever, you're not focused on your process, not focused on executing, not focused on just doing the things that you need to do in order for you to be a successful trader, then you're going to blow your account because you're going to revenge trade. You're going to think that you're going to make you're going to see the big number, and you're going to be so obsessed with being right, so obsessed with it having to work. It has to work. I'm gonna be right this time, or I'm gonna be right this time, and you're gonna keep moving that goal. You're gonna keep moving that needle little bit by little bit, and you're gonna blow your account. And you can apply this to anything, honestly. When it comes to fitness, when you're sitting up there trying to lose weight, most of my clients mess up because they want to start adding things. They want to start like, hey, I'm losing 20 pounds, but I've hit a plateau. Okay, stick it out. Keep doing what you're doing. Give it 3 to 4 weeks. If you don't see something change, just a little bit, small tweaks. Same thing with your trading. If you're sitting up there, when you if if you have it in your head that the only way you're successful today is if you make $500 or $1,000, but 250 is what's there today, take the 250 and go home. Go do something else. Those small wins take you a long way. And for the most part, most people have a problem seeing that. But like I said, when I'm sitting up here today after blowing my account, actually in the process of blowing my account, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, damn, if I don't do, if I just sit here and I trade as boring as possible, I'm up $400 or $500 a day, and I'm good. All I have to do is just sit, be patient, and just follow my thing. And instead, one trade I exited early just because I was just looking at it and I was so focused on the fact that I was like, man, that's a lot of buying pressure, and I really just should have just sat there, stuck it out, and followed it down. And because that was the that's my strategy. Like that's what I do, you know. But I talked myself out of it. Out of it just because I was looking at it and I'm thinking, nah, this no, dummy. Trust you know what you're doing. You know your strategy. Just follow that. Sometimes we get in our own way. A lot of times, and then a lot of times that's what I'm coaching people to do. Like I have a client, he just got into trading, and a lot of times, but the funny thing is he's really good about listening and understanding, sticking to the rules. Well, part of that is because he has to account to me. He'll be like, I'll ask him questions. He'll be like, yeah, I did this. What didn't you do? And after you do that a couple of times, if you keep doing it, I do it to myself, you know. But when a lot of times for people, holding people accountable like that, having somebody to report to, not just yourself, not just your mistakes. Although the pain of mistakes is a hell of a teacher. I know, because it's how I learned. And another part, too, you got to understand that you're going to blow funded accounts. Especially when it comes to prop firms, you're going to blow funded accounts. It's going to happen. I don't know anybody who's never blown a funded account. So you have to just put that out of your head. You're not going to be perfect. You're going to have losing days. I know my winning percentage is around 65%, 67% or whatever. I've had months where I'm like at 38 to 42%. But I'm still profitable. I still make money. I still in the money. All my bills get paid. I get to go on trips. I get to eat food. But you have to accept the fact that it's part of the process. It's part of the making money process. It's you put money into the machine. That's how the system works. So the bigger question, the bigger thing is when you're looking to go past being just a break-even trader or just a trader that just gets by, you have to understand that's where that whole thing where I'm taking base hits and the base hit mindset comes into place. Because if you really go from a space where you're just taking base hits, you're looking at it as if you're sitting up there and you're going through your process and you're successfully taking trades, you're successfully taking money, withdrawing money from the system, you're already that's profitable. You are already a millionaire. You're already a successful, profitable trader. If you can take $100 a day, and then over time you can take a little bit more, but it's like The moment you start to understand that base hit mindset is that you understand this one key principle. You already have the money. You already are a profitable trader. You already are a successful trader. You're already there. The only thing saying that you're not is you. The only thing that's saying that you need $200 instead of $100 is you. The only thing that's saying that you need $500 instead of $1,000 is you. The only person that's putting that number ahead of you is you. It's not the other coaches and gurus. It's not the other traders and whatnot. It's nothing on social media. It's you. You decide that that person and that number is that's important. That's what you're supposed to have. And you don't understand that, like right now, if you're doing what you're doing, that is you already. You're already successful. You're already pulling that money out of the market right now. You're already doing it. You're already doing it by participating. Because if you're sitting up there and because like the version of you that's already taking out $10,000 a month has already he went through this process where he was where they were just sitting there and they took out $100. They took out $100 and they took out $100. And every time they were trading every day, they were making $100, $150. They were making $50 a day, whatever. And then all of a sudden, they had this buffer, they had this cushion that was so big that they were like, oh, I could risk a little more. I could do a little bit more now. Then that little $50 turned into $150. And now you're taking $150 a day out. And then all of a sudden that $150 turns into $500 a day. See, but it's already there. You're already there. That's already you. That's already you if you accept that mindset right now and you realize that, hey, I'm going to take these base hits right now. And it works for everything. When you're losing weight, it is the exact same thing. The version of you that's already lost 100 pounds, they were doing all the things that you're doing right now in order to lose 100 pounds. You do 40 minutes of cardio every day, okay? The version of you have to know, you have to believe, the version of you that did that, that's what they did every day. That's what they're doing every day. And then they're sitting up there, they're getting their body weight in protein. That's what they do every day. It's normal to them. It's happy. They're excited to do it. The version of you that's lost 100 pounds, they're having the yogurt for breakfast. Just what they do. They drink the 3 liters of water a day. It's just what they do. And they stack these wins up over and over again. And all of a sudden, that version of you that did it, that version of you that lost the 30 pounds, they just kept stacking those wins. And then that version of you that lost the 30 pounds loses another 20 by doing the same thing that other version of you just did. Over time, it's going to stack up. You just have to get it into your mindset that you are doing what you need to do in order for you to be successful right now. That's it. The only person that's saying that you're unsuccessful is you. And if you keep believing that unsuccessful version of you, it's going to always remain true. It's going to always remain that you are going to lose. And if you want to go to that next level, it's sitting up there accepting that you're winning right now in the fact that you choose to be better, that you choose to participate, that you choose to execute every single day. Because each time you execute, you are 1% better or 0.0001% better. And that 0.001% better keeps stacking and stacking and stacking and stacking. And you just want to keep doing that over and over again until it hits and you're sitting up there going, dang, I made it. And then you keep going. Because now you see, oh, if I keep doing this, I can get a little bit further. And you can apply that same principle to you're making money. You can apply that same principle to growing your business. You can provide that same principle over and over again and stack those principles up in your life into every endeavor you take. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. Like that, the only thing holding you back is you. So when you're executing and you're sitting up there wondering, hey, why am I not successful with this? What are you not doing? And don't beat yourself up over the fact that what you didn't do yesterday. Because what you didn't do yesterday doesn't matter. What you do today does. Because you're like, oh, you know what? I didn't make the content. Like right now, I'm like, you know what? I need to start making videos. So here I am on live making this video because I was like, I can't sit up here and say, you know, my problem is I don't make the content. So guess what? I'm sitting up here and making content. What else I have to do right now? You have to sit up there and eventually start answering to yourself. Eventually start speaking up for yourself. Start doing what you need to do in order for you to be successful right now by sitting up there and answering to yourself about what you did and did not do. Everything else is just an excuse. Like if I want to help people, like one of my biggest pet peeves, one of my biggest issues right now is like, if I want to help people, then I have to open my mouth and say something. Right? If I don't speak, how can I help you? If I don't show up, how can I help you? If I don't tell you I can help you, and I say, hey, look, I have this program that can help you, I can't do that if my mouth is closed. I can't do that without risking being embarrassed. I can't do that. So when it comes to being a profitable trader, and like I said, right now, I'm trading because it is the primary and only vehicle I have in order to make sure that I'm taken care of right now. And that's operating from a need and lack mindset. If I sit there and I go, oh, well, if I suck today, I'm screwed. Yeah, because like I have no money to eat for this month. Like if I'm sitting up there, if I'm that desperate for making money or whatever, guess what? I am going to sit and I'm going to operate from a place of fear, low vibrations, low frequency, whatever you want to call it. But if I sit up there and I know that I'm a successful trader, I'm a profitable trader, yeah, I break even by making sure I can pay my bills and do X, Y, and Z. But the difference between me being break even and being better is recognizing that I am successful because I successfully break even to make sure my bills are paid. And then I can say, and I go and do this. Then I go and buy my girlfriend this. Then I go on this trip to here. And then I'm able to buy this, or I go out to eat here. A lot of times when I have a good day or a bad day, if I have a good trade day or a bad day, today I went for a walk, I went, stopped, got me some coffee, got my cookies, I went to the park, worked out a little bit, sat down, ate some cookies, sat there and enjoyed the company, watched a couple people, other people worked out, just hung out. Because that's a treat for me. That I could do that in the middle of the day. There are people that wish they had my life where they could just chill, relax, and do whatever. I know that. I'm grateful for that. That's my way of showing gratitude, is in sitting and enjoying the fact that I can do that. Like, I had a horrible morning, blew my account, lost a bunch of money. Oh well. Guess what? I'm gonna go sit, enjoy this coffee, enjoy these cookies. Be grateful I'm here. Grateful I can help someone else. Because a lot of times, for me, trading was the ability to help other people. Because it allowed me to be present, to not be in a lack mindset, not be in a space where I'm thinking that if I don't charge them this much, then I can't eat. Or if I can't show up for you, or you, if I don't make sure that I can eat. If I don't make sure that my bills are paid, my rent's paid, if I don't make sure that my people are taken care of. Like my girlfriend being able to go to school and have a little part-time job and then still go hang out with her friends and do all the crazy things that she does, that means something to me. That's important to me. When my clients come to me and they text me at 2 a.m. because they have some crazy emergency that won't let them sleep, or they are in that mode where they're thinking about doing something stupid or painful, something that will hurt people, I am able to be present for them because I take care of the things that I need to do in my life in order for me to be here, be present, and be able to be held accountable to the version of me that's watching me from the future that said, In order for me to get here, in order for me to be the person I wanted to be, I did these things. When I was laying in the hospital, one of the most frequent questions people ask me is about what did I see when I flatlined, and I told them I was in the gym, because I was. That's what I remember. The gym, when I was working out, having the best workout ever. When I woke up with a tube down my throat, I was like, when do I go back to the gym? Because that's where I was. I was training and having the best workout I've ever had. But it's recognizing that in those moments, I got up from that bed, and the only thing I was sitting there thinking was, okay, when do I go back to the gym? And what's the gym for you? What's that thing for you? Who are you helping? What is it that transcends you, that leaves your mark here? Because like your why and how you make money, how you work out, how like any of your goals, they're all gonna be based in the fact that like what is driving you to keep showing up every day. Because it's all up to you to show up. It's up to you to be here. It's up to you to be present. Nobody's gonna do that for you. And not being able to train, not being able to do the things that I want to do the way that I want to do them anymore physically was really difficult for me. But it was also at a point where I realized that if I'm going to be here, I'm here for everybody else. It's messed up and kind of sad to admit, but I'm here for everybody else. Because the things that excite me, the things that made me happy to be alive, were all totally selfish. But for me to show up, I had to recognize that everybody who wanted me here, I couldn't be angry at them for wanting me to be here. I couldn't be angry at them for any of that. And I had to see the value in myself beyond what I could do physically. Beyond what I provided to the world with my physical gifts. Seeing that, being able to sit there, speak to people, speak life to people, being able to do the things that I do every day, even being able to do the things that I've done physically and to be able to overcome the things that I did. It was a matter of me understanding and introspectively understanding that I like me. I like being me. And so a big chunk of this, and what I want you to understand, if you're a trader, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're whatever it is, when I'm coaching people, and what I'm trying to tell you right now is that you have to accept the fact that you've already succeeded. You've already succeeded by accepting the fact that you want to change and be different. Now, the most important part after that is sitting there and continuously executing on the thing that makes you different. The thing that makes you excited and proud to be you and execute the way that you want to do the things that you want to do. Whether that's taking $150 out of the market today, or if it's just making sure that you clocked in and made it to the gym today. You got your 20 minutes of cardio in a day. You took your 10-minute walk after you ate. Whatever. But all the things that you're doing are stacking those small wins, and you have to understand those small wins lead to that bigger win, that bigger goal, that bigger success. Because otherwise, you're going to sit there, you're going to try to rush the process, you're going to lose. Because, again, it's kind of funny. Everybody's been quoting the Michael Beasley podcast interview with Shannon Sharp, where one of my favorite takeaways from it was where he said, if tomorrow was a place, it'd be crazy how many people never make it. Because there's such a rush to get there, they don't realize it's coming anyway. You only have to do the small thing. You have to do that one little thing today. Trust me, and tomorrow that place you're thinking about going, it's going to be there. But you just have to do the small thing today. And I forgot that. I blew my account. That's how I blew my account. Because I'm sitting up there thinking about way over there when I should think that I just need to get this far. And I'm going to be at tomorrow. because that was the difference between $2,000 payout and a blown account. Literally, and then that's the funny thing. A lot of times, most people blow accounts, and it's usually right there. It's still small things. My accident, I was 5 minutes from my house, and then I died on the side of the road. 5 minutes from my house. You're always gonna be right there. Don't rush the process. You just gotta stop and take it easy for a few minutes. Focus, follow through on that bigger plan. Remember, because a higher time frame is always bullish. It might retrace a little bit, but it's always bullish. You're going up. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you stopped by, if you sat up here, if you watched it, check this out. I have a new free, it's totally free. It's an ebook. I have a couple of free ebooks, but the first one, it's called The Belligerent Society. It goes over everything I just talked about. Fuck you money, fuck you muscle, and do whatever the fuck you want. It's about building that mindset, building that functionality, doing the things that you need to do in order for you to be successful. You can get it completely free by commenting below or sending me a DM at JDReynolds3. And that's on any social media platform. That's how you're going to find me. Whether it's Twitter, YouTube, whatever. In the meantime, hey, nobody else told you today? Coach loves you. Be you. The world's always got to fuck you. Especially with your name on it. You just got to smile and just go. You got this. I believe in you. Coach.